Hello everybody and welcome back to another exclusive video for Novos. Today we will be running through the latest patch that just came out, which has brought Tilted Towers back to Fortnite. Now let's take a look at all of the competitive relevant changes that you need to know about in order to excel within this new patch. Now obviously we're going to start off with Tilted Towers making a big return. For those of you that haven't played Fortnite for that long of a time, Tilted Towers is one of the most iconic drop spots to ever be in the game. It is where everyone used to land back in the days. In terms of layout, the POI itself has not changed at all. You have all of your buildings that you're used to, but in terms of loot, it has had a massive buff. Now the drop spot itself has a total of 57 chests all around it, which means it is the POI with the most amount of chests within it. It also has a total of almost 200 floor spawns within the POI, which makes it, yet again, compared to the second place, which was Daily Bugle, the most floor spawns within the drop spot itself. Alongside that, we have a total of 32 non-boxes, which is absolute insanity. That's more than Caddy Corner of last season. And then you have a total of 56 ammo boxes, which is pretty much average for in terms of POIs, and then a total of 23 shield barrels in total. Now this drop spot can be split in two sides. I believe north side and south side is what we're probably going to see inside of competitive and custom lobby tournaments, and both teams will be getting out with an insane amount of loot in total, so they don't even need to fight for loot. In terms of material gain, it has a lot of metal spawns. I think the most metal that you can get is on the north side near the football area and also the garages. However, a lot of the buildings do get you a lot of shelvings to break, and you should be able to get max metal from both sides as well. In terms of brick, you can farm the walls, and in terms of wood, there are some pallets scattered around the drop spot, so it's going to give you everything that you need. However, the one thing that is very tough about this drop spot is that it is prone to getting third-partied. To your top right, you do have the vault drop spot, and all around it you have teams that can land at the gas stations as well, and you're also sort of caved in compared to all of the other drop spots. So there's mountains surrounding the actual POI, which means that people are able to sit on top of these mountains and sort of bully you for surge a lot of the time. But I think that doesn't really matter too much because there's a lot of cover and you're basically hidden inside the building, similarly to Bugle, but it's easier to get out of this drop spot compared to Bugle. Alongside that, we have some new IO bases all around the map that are starting to be built. We do have a new little construction site to the right side of the new Tilted Towers, and there's a few of these new vault buildings, not with an actual vault, but just with a building towards the bottom left of the map as well. But not really too much to say about those, other than they do provide you with some extra chest spawns within those splits. In terms of other things changing the map, we do have the new item being added, which are called the Clomberries. They do give you about 10 HP or shield over 2.1 seconds of healing, so they're pretty good in those drop spots. You can find them all around the bottom left of the map near the butter barn areas. You can stack about 15 of them in total in your inventory, so they give you a total of 150 shield or 150 white health in total if you want to be using that for healing. So they're pretty much a better version of the slurp mushrooms that you usually have, but I'm not really sure if you'll be able to carry them, since chug splashes are definitely a lot more better and quicker to heal up in these sort of situations, because the 12 chug splashes gives you 120 shield, but it gives you instant healing, which is definitely necessary for healing inside of storms, since a Clomberry heals 10 HP over 2.1 seconds, which means in those first moving zones, you're going to be taking more damage than you're going to be healing with a Clomberry. So not really sure if they're going to be the best for competitive. Alongside that, we do have some buff and nerfs to certain weapons. The MK7 now does less build damage in total to walls, which is a nice little change since they have a very high fire rate and are a big problem when you're getting sprayed by multiple teams in late game. And the Ranger has had an increase in damage and has more first shot accuracy alongside moving bloom, so you're able to get a little bit more accuracy when you're shooting at people whilst moving. That is basically a big change because it allows Ranger Assault Rifle as an option if they want to carry it towards late game. But I still think that the MK7 is so strong that the high fire rate will be the prime choice for the majority of pro players in this season. Alongside that, we have two new things that have changed as well, which are already been said have been bugs according to Epics. Quad crashes, you can no longer press W or S on them. so you can't fly. Epic is aware of this issue and hopefully will fix it by the next Cash Cup. And then the Spider-Mans, when you pick it up from another opponent, that they have full uses even if they used it before. That is also confirmed to be a bug, so hopefully they get fixed. But if you do look at this video before the Cash Cup or any of the tournaments, then keep that in mind that you could abuse that. That's pretty much all the big changes for the competitive side of things. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you learned something new, make sure you check out novos.gg for any sort of updated content on this new season. Have a good one, guys. Goodbye.